Hello everyone, this is Poet Plays and welcome back to Slay the Spire. In the last episode, right, we gained the ability to manage our deck a lot better, and plus we made it into a deck that deals damage via poison as well as normal attacks. So, will this be enough to defeat the boss of Act 2? Let's find out. Let's pick up where we left off, and I believe we stopped last episode at the merchant. But I'm not sure, yeah, so we did not spend, it doesn't really save what we get. Ooh, we could get Trip, apply 2 vulnerable. That'd be nice. Actually, that would be very, very nice, to be honest. But that's not what happened. This is not what we got, I think. Actually, no, that is what we got in the last episode. I'm conflicted now. Should we get Trip? Because originally I was going to remove a card. But if we get Trip, we can't do that. I mean, getting Trip would be nice. Apply 2 vulnerable. If we add it to our deck, right? Our deck would be 20 cards large now, which would not be great. But we do have duplicates, right? We have duplicate slices, and that's about it, really. We have 4 slices, and about a ton of strikes, which is interesting. So I don't know, because Trip is nice. Applying 2 vulnerable means we deal more damage. But I think ultimately it's not going to really help us against the boss. Actually, it might. So I don't know. We could remove a card or we could add Trip. But I feel the safer option is to remove a card right now. So let's just do that. Let's just remove a card. Let's do what we did last episode and just do it. Okay, we leave. Too bad we can't get Trip, but that's okay. Let's go to this unknown room. Let's see what we get. Ooh, old beggar. An old beggar cloaked in fur reaches his hands out towards you as you pass. Spare some coin, child. Locked. Requires 75 gold, but unfortunately we don't have enough gold. The beggar looks to the floor as you pass. You will never make a difference. You never do. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Does you remember our past life as the Ironclad? Saying we can't make a difference because we got beaten by the boss? Huh? Well, we'll show him. We will show him. Okay, so we're facing another Mystic and another Centurion. Right, and here's the interesting thing. I don't know whether we can kill them on the first turn like we did the last time. So we can deal 14 damage. We can deal 9, 9, 9. So 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 14 gives us 30, 41. So you won't be able to kill her. Unless we go Blade Dance, right? Blade Dance will deal 12 damage instead of 9. So that would be 14 plus 18, which would be 20, 32. 32 plus 9 gives us 41 as well. Am I miscalculating that? No, we got 3 damage. This is originally 6, and this will deal 7. So this will deal 14 instead. So this would be 18. 18 plus 14 gives us 20, 32. 32 plus 14 gives us 46. Still not enough to kill them, though. Still not enough. Which is really, really sad. I wish we could do that. Too bad we can't. So okay, so maybe we need to block damage. It's gonna deal 20 damage, right? So if we block, I don't know how they will attack, but we're gonna take 6 damage, I think, regardless of how they attack. So this is not great because we can't kill her right off the bat. We're just shy, right? Let's recalculate it. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 12. 12. Yeah, 2 shivs into our hand, right? That's 9. Yeah, so originally it was 6, and this was shivs will deal 4 damage, which means they'll deal 7, which means it'll be 18 plus 14, which is 20, 32, right? 32. And 32 plus 14, 32 plus 14 gives us 46. Yeah, so we won't be able to kill the Mystic. That is confirmed. So we will just block. We will just block, and then we will let's do Blade Dance, and then we'll backstab. So we'll deal the most amount of damage. So that's Shiv, so that's, yeah, 14 damage as we predicted. I think we will focus on the Mystic. I think with their full health, she'll probably buff each other. So let's go for the Mystic, and we can probably kill her next turn. So we'll see how this goes. Because yeah, he's going to attack first, right? They attack from left to right. Yeah, so he's going to deal 1 damage. Yeah, so we get dealt 8 damage. So that is not fantastic. But I think Meat on the Bone will trigger next turn, which is a good thing. Let's see, we can do die, 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 which is great. Let's do that. Let's envenom first. Then we'll play die, 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 which is really great because now she's super, super weak. We will slice just to kill her, and then we will go survivor. So now we will only take, no, we'll still take 6 damage. What a pity because of the frail. So let's take note. The mystic will not only heal or buff, but also debuff us. So this is bad. We have 36 HP, and there's like no way we can really heal unless we use the regen potion. But I don't really want to use the regen potion. You know what? I think I might have to use the regen potion at this rate. Block 12, yeah. Let's use the regen potion, or else we might not make it to fight the boss, which is a bad thing. Let's use well laid plans, and then let's use defend, and that's not great. We're gonna take 8 damage, which is not fantastic. I don't like it. Oh, actually I miscalculated. That's okay. Let's see. So the frail wears off. That's gonna deal 18 damage to us. Let's slice first because we can. And I think we can play all 3 of these cards. Let's go footwork first. Let's go deflect and then blur. So now we're only going to take 1 damage, and then we go noxious fumes. So the start was not fantastic for us. Hey, so the pen nib triggers next turn, and now take 1 damage. Yes, so we got good calculations. The pen nib triggers next turn, so every 10th damage. So it'll deal 18 damage, right? We'll deal double damage. So let's go 18 damage, and then we can just kill him outright. Yeah, he's gonna die anyway, so there's no point. I would like to regain 3 more health, but that's okay. Let's kill them, and I think meat on the bones restores our health. Yes, it does. That's good. 13 gold. We get a steroid potion, which will help us out in a pinch, and we can get more powers. We can get caltrops. Whenever you are attacked, deal 5 damage back, which is really good. It's like thorns, or flying knee. I think we'll take caltrops. So now we're back to around the same. Let's go to this unknown room. Let's see what happens to us. Oh, it's another merchant. That is terrible. That is the worst thing that we could get, to be honest. Let's see. Any cards we can buy? Not really. Finisher. Deals 6 damage for each attack plate this turn. Ooh, that might be good. I mean, it's bad because it can deal 0 damage if we don't have any attacks. But at the same time, we could get Blade Dance, but I'm not pumped that we're getting another Blade Dance. We can't afford any of these, and these are really good, like the Bag of Marbles. Apply vulnerable to all enemies at the start of each combat. That's really good. Preserve Insect helps us defeat elites, but we can't buy it. And Lee's Waffle can't increase max HP or heal. So we can only buy potions, to be honest. And I think we will buy the Speed Potion, right? Because that will help us gain more dexterity when we really need to. And we're going to fight this enemy. So here's the question of the day. Seeing that Snako makes us confused, and that's pretty funny. Here's our question of the day. What is your favorite meme to come out of Slay the Spire? Put your answer down in the comment section below. Your favorite meme, right? I think one of the favorite memes was that we fought the Awakened One, right? And apparently in the community, they call the Awakened One the Woke Bloke. And it's just funny. Like come on, because he's got to stay woke. Oh man, I love the community. It's great. Okay, so let's go dexterity because we can. Let's slice, let's backstab, and let's just strike with whatever we have left. Oh, maybe I should have played the steroid potion, but never mind. I'd rather save it. So okay, so we kind of reduced about 1/3 of your HP. Perplexing Glare, so now we are confused. Whenever you draw a card, randomize its cost. So as you can see, die 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 is really bad, but then Blur, it costs 0 now. So that's interesting. If we deal this, we only take 1 damage, which is fine. I'm okay with dealing taking 1 damage, right? Yeah. So let's do that. That's okay. So we have the bite, but the bite will only deal 1 damage because of the Tori. So we are doing okay so far. He's going to do 8 damage to us, which is not great. You can go Caltrops, and Caltrops is 0 because of Perplexing Glare. Slice, as you can see, is 1 energy, which is not fantastic. Let's go Envenom. Let's go Deflect, because now that will only deal 1 damage, and let's Slice. And now he's poisoned for a little bit. So this is cool. This is cool. The confusion is actually, oh, Tail Whip. That is a Pokemon reference. We're now vulnerable, which makes sense because in Pokemon it actually decreases the amount of damage that is dealt to us. At least, no, when dealt more damage. So that makes a lot of sense. That is interesting. Let's play well laid plans, because we can. And that's 0 energy. We can do Blade Dance, which is 2 shivs in our hand, and thankfully, they are not affected by Perplexing Glare. Ooh, I did not take into account the Pen Nib, which is a pity. But let's defend. So now, it takes 7, so now we'll only take 1 damage. And let's retain Noxious Fumes and Strike. Because why not? Does this affect our draw? Will we only draw 3 cards next turn? I never found that out. Okay, so we only get dealt 1 damage, which is good. Yeah, this does affect our draw. No, it actually doesn't. That's good. Okay, I think we can just kill her now. Yes, we can. That's a good thing. Okay, that is very, very good. That went better than I thought it would. Yeah, so as I said in the last episode, right, Snako is one of my favorite enemies to fight because it can either go super smoothly, like what happened just now, or it could go really, really bad for you because you can't play any of your good cards because they cost too much energy. So here we have Piercing Wail, do 6 strength this turn, Sucker Punch or Distraction. Add a random skill into your hand and cost 0 this turn for Distraction. But I think our deck is okay, to be honest. I'd rather not add more cards to it. I think it's okay the way it is now. Yeah, like Piercing Wail is nice though. It also exhausts, but it depends on when we get it, right? Because it's only this turn, so we want to apply this to them, to enemies, when it's about to deal a ton of damage to us. So I think we will skip Piercing Wail. It's nice to have. I think we don't really need it. Okay, so now we can either remove cards, but we're gonna rest because we're gonna face a boss, and we're not going in with max HP, which is really sad, but whatever. And now we're gonna face the Guardian, the Bronze Automaton. And it's about to summon its minions. Not fantastic. Okay, what can we do? What can we do? Let's drink the steroid potion because I want to deal the most amount of damage that I can. So that's Backstab. Let us Slice. Let us do Blade Dance so we can deal tons of shiv damage to it. Let's do Footwork so we can gain dexterity in the future, and then let's Strike. So that is a steroid potion that was used very, very, very nicely. So it's got 3 artifact, which is not great, and it's got 2 minions. The minions are this one is about to steal a card from our hand, and I know from prior experience, and this one is just going to deal damage to us. So dealing die I think is a good thing to do this turn. Blocking is also a really good thing to do this turn. Yeah, so let's deal 16 damage. We can't kill this minion next time, so it depends on what kind of card he's going to steal from us. Yeah, let's go Blur, and then let's get the most amount of block that we can do. So let's go Survivor, and hopefully we retain some of this block, because left to right, that is the enemy. Oh, it takes Envenom. That is really, really bad. I want to keep Envenom. Okay, so that was good. You just remember left to right is when they attack, so that is good. So that took Envenom, which is not great. I want to Deflect, so now I only deal 1 damage. I want to Slice because I want Envenom back. This Pen Nib is good. I want to apply Noxious Fumes. Dim does 18 damage, so I'm going to kill this guy. Yeah, I think the Noxious Fumes are going to kill him next turn because he has Envenom and I want it back. He's going to steal another card from me, which is interesting. He's going to buff and block, which is interesting. Going to buff and block themselves. And they have Caltrops. Okay, that's not a fantastic thing to steal from me, but okay. This one is going to die next turn, which is okay. I'm going to neutralize just to reduce the amount of damage, which I can't. I forgot. He has Artifact, which is not great. He can't block anything. We're going to get 20 damage straight to the face, which is not fantastic. But let's see. You have Caltrops back, and upon death, Caltrops is returned to our hand. So let's see. We could kill them. Yeah, we could kill it, right? Because 9, 9, 18, 18 plus 16 is 20, 36. I think we can. Yeah, with the poison, we'll probably die. But I don't like the way this is buffing itself. It's not a good thing. But these minions are going to be very, very annoying and troublesome. So I think I'm going to concentrate on the minion and kill the minion. I hope this is not a mistake. Yeah, this minion is going to die in the next turn. It is going to die. So we got Envenom back. This is good. We're going to use Envenom next turn, hopefully. This guy will gain 5 venom next turn, so he's just going to die. Yeah, he's just going to die. He's gonna buff and block again, which is not great. So let's see, let's just deflect, because let's blur because we can, and block is not removed at the start of our next turn. Let's gain as much block as we can, so we're gonna retain this 13 block, which is really, really good. We could even block again, but let's not. Let's end venom because we can. And let's use our shivs, right? Unblock damage, so you're gonna get 1 poison, which is okay, I guess. We should have used the speed potion. That was an oversight on my part. This is the kind of thing that sucks, right? It's like you only think about this afterwards. I need to stay in the game or else we might die. Okay, we get Caltrops back, which is good. We're gonna buff us again and get 6 strength. This is when things get really scary. Look at that, 51 damage. That is scary. That is very scary. Let's drink this dexterity potion, which is fine. Let's go all in with the defense. Yeah, we're gonna get 24. 24 plus 13 gives us 30, 37, which is better than just dying, I suppose. So let's just go with the slice, and that will deal 16 damage, and that's really good. It'll be 4 poison. Let's go. We can either gain more block. Let's gain more block, and let's so now we're only gonna take 1 damage. So that was good. We're gonna retain Caltrops and we're gonna retain a strike. So things are going well because we can retain cards and we have Hyper Beam. Man, this whole episode is just full of Pokemon references. And look at that. Yes, it needs time to recharge just like in Pokemon, so that's great. So it's a good decision that we got Blur. Blur is good. And since we have, it's good. It was a good decision. So let's go Slice because we can. No need to block, so let's not bother using any of those cards. Let's do Caltrops because it's going to attack in the future, right? And let's just Strike. And just build up that poison against it. So it's got 9 poison, gonna take 9 damage. I feel I'm gonna retain this block and this strike. So retaining cards are really nice because we keep drawing 5 cards. We end up having 7 cards in our hand, so which is really good. So this fight is going spectacular. Really, really good because we got rid of all its artifact. Let's neutralize it so it deals less damage. So we only have to block 18 damage. Let's slice it so we can build up that poison against it. And then we can actually just strike. And since it's doing 18 damage, we can. Well, that was not fantastic. That was poorly planned. But we heal every time we go into a new act, so that is okay. We're only gonna get 8 damage, which is fine. And that Caltrops coming in really, really well. He's gonna block. So what we need to do is that we're gonna have to deal as much damage as we can this turn. I think I'm gonna do 18 damage because of the Pen Nib, and the Pen Nib is coming in really useful for us. And we're gonna strike. And this is where Envenom is really nice because look at that. Look at that poison just building up. So that means in 2 turns you're just gonna die, right? Just look at it. That's why I love poison decks. So as long as we can block this damage and not die, we are going to do perfect. So let's just defend, let's just defend, let's just defend. Not enough energy, that is okay. We shall slice, and you're just gonna die next turn because that's how poison works. This is why I love poison decks, because enemy is just gonna die. And so there we have it. The poison actually enabled us to kill the Bronze Automaton. We get a good amount of gold. We get Essence of Steel, which gives us plated armor, which works like the same thing as the Shelt Parasite we saw in the previous episode. And we get more cards. Get a power card. Remember, you play a card, deal 2 damage to all enemies. Or we can get Tools of the Trade. At the start of your turn, draw a card and discard a card. So we can control what kind of cards we can get. And I feel because power cards are used up, right? They won't add to our draw pile. So, let's see. We get 1,000 cuts, or we could get Tools of the Trade. Now I'm feeling we can get... You could get 1,000 cuts. Because deal 2 damage to all enemies, that's nice, I suppose. But usually the boss, we're only fighting like 1 boss enemy at the very end. So that's negligible damage. Plus we already have Caltrops, so it's okay. I think we'll get Tools of the Trade to have more control over our deck. So that should mitigate the problem of us having a large number of cards to draw from to a certain extent. Let's see, boss pile, what do we get? Hovering Kite. Gain 2 energy and discard 2 cards at the start of your turn. Not great. Eternal Feather. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 HP whenever you enter a rest site. Which means we're going to heal 15 more HP when we enter a rest site. So it will heal 15 HP automatically. And then on top of that, we can rest even more. or we can upgrade. And I think Eternal Feather would be really good. We have Orrery, which upon pickup choose and add 5 cards to your deck, but we already have lots of cards, so I'm not going to pick Orrery. Gaining more energy is nice, but discard 2 cards at the start of your turn is not fantastic to me, because we might be discarding good cards, right? We might be underutilizing this energy that we have. Yeah, because our deck is a low cost deck. We have no cards that cost more than 2 energy, that cost 2 energy to play. So I think we're gonna take Eternal Feather. It's sad we can't get more energy, but that's okay. So we move on to Act 3, and I'm super surprised we could actually make it to Act 3. Oh no. Oh no, that's not great. That is bad. We're fighting 2 bosses. Oh, woe is me. Okay, unknowns. Which is good path to take? That path is not good because we're going to be fighting an elite. That path is not good because we're forced to fight an elite. So we'll probably go this way. We're going to probably start up there, work our way up there, get to that campfire, go up, have the choice to pick between a boss fight or the merchant. I think this is good. We'll take this route. Let's go here. And we're fighting a Orb Walker. Okay, let's go. Let's finish off this Orb Walker. This Orb Walker is dealing a ton of damage, which I don't like. What does it do? At the end of its turn, gain 3 strength. Oh wow. So the longer we take to kill this enemy, the worse. And we can't really block. Let's use up all our 0 energy cards first. So let's Slice, let's Backstab, let's Blade Dance, get more cards. Let's block. I'm not savory about just taking 15 damage. And let's just die. Let's just use it. Hopefully we're not gonna die. That's cool. I wasn't really paying attention, but we now have 9th. So hopefully whatever card we draw, we can deal tons of damage next turn. So this is good, and we're gonna retain this strike. So at the very least, we can deal 12 damage to him next turn. So he's gonna deal 10 damage straight up to us, which is not fantastic, but that is okay. Can deal 18 damage. So let's blur. Let's actually just deflect first. We can deal 18 damage to him. And let's see, 18. If we deal 18, right, then we can deal another 18. So that's 36. If we decide to play all 3 of these, but we won't kill him. And that's bad because he's dealing a ton of. So let's just blur, right, and then let's just strike. Then next turn I think we can kill him because he only has 26 health left. Right? Because these 2 cards will deal 18 damage in total because of our strength. And then we can just need 1 more attack card, and then that's it. He should be dead. Now we get gold, get that strength potion. Strength potion is good, gain more strength. And deal 4 damage for each skill in your hand, which means we might deal 0 damage. We can get Dagger Spray, or we could get Blade Dance again. So here's the thing, we could get Blade Dance here, and then on our next rest site we could get rid of Blade Dance. But I'm not very keen on doing that on the simple premise that we already have a lot of cards. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, we have 3 power cards. 4, 5, 6. We have 6 power cards. And we have 2 cards that exhaust themselves. So that means, right, we have 6 power cards, so that's 8 cards in total, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 cards, which means 26 minus 8 gives us 18 cards in our draw pile. So if we draw Blade Dance, it's like 19 cards. And our deck is getting a little too big. So I think I'm going to skip on this Blade Dance because it's not reliable that we will be able to remove the other Blade Dance from our deck. So I'm just going to skip it, it's okay. And I think I'm going to end this episode right here. Thank you guys so much for watching my playthrough of the Silent in Slay the Spire. And until next time, stay safe.